Hey kings, what's poppin'? It's me, Cheems of Regret, and have I got a zinger of a video to check out today. We're checking out a video made by someone who probably has the largest hate boner for 343 Industries on Earth. And if you don't think he's going to be giving us that good content to laugh at, just check out his username, xGLLx. Brings me back to the olden days of Call of Duty tryhards and MLG montages. If you can't feel the Mountain Dew and Doritos flowing already, then I'm sorry to say that you're not
hardcore.
You see, he recently uploaded a video where he rambles for around 5 minutes straight about how bots are somehow killing Halo Infinite without explaining his reasoning whatsoever. When questioned about his reasoning, he replies that he doesn't have the time to do that, which I personally think it doesn't match up with his past behavior, but I digress. Clearly he's busy being a sweaty tryhard and running his elite gamer clan. Either ways, sit back and relax, kings, because we're in for quite the ride.
Okay, 343 are always breaking records. They're always wheel-faced in everything they do. That is something I cannot deny. And that's exactly the kind of over-the-horizon thinking here when we see a multiplayer beta coming out with absolutely zero player versus player in it whatsoever.
I mean, it's still multiplayer. It's just PvE. What's wrong with that? And also a little bit of semantics here, but this isn't a beta, it's a technical preview. They might be doing similar things on the surface, but I assure you it's all quite different. Technical previews are getting people from outside to test your products in lab environments and taking the data from that to further tweak and refine your product. Beta tests, on the other hand, are putting your nearly finished product on a real-world environment to see how it holds up for the customer.
Yeah, that's right. They've taken a beta, which could build hype for their game, okay? Supposedly, because apparently this game's going to be fucking amazing, but we know it's not going to be. But
and how do we know about this amazing fact that he's seemingly whipped out of nowhere? Oh wait, we actually don't. Because we don't actually have our hands on the game yet. Funny how that works, huh?
Let's try and think of a logical reason why they would do this. Like, the only possible reason is that the fucking PvP isn't ready.
Because multiplayer bots are something completely new and untested to the Halo franchise, and they want to make sure that they get it right once the game launches. Oh, but silly me, that's far too logical. Clearly the PvP being busted is the true answer. Let's also forget the fact that the technical preview will essentially be the PvP modes, but with bots standing in as players instead.
And if it's not ready, how the fuck was the game coming out last year?
Well, it turns out to be not ready last year, hence the delay. Come on, man, you can't be that retarded, can you?
Like, seriously, what is going on here? Is this beta going to have slip, split screen or not?
Slip? What? Am I having a stroke? Alright. Here's a bit of advice for you, alright, buddy? You don't have to make your entire damn video in one take. You can record multiple takes and pick out the best one. Or hell, if you're dead set on recording in one go, take a pause after you make a mistake, then repeat the line properly, afterwards edit out the mistake. I'm sure that's easy enough. I mean, it's elementary school shit. I'm sure an elite MLG gamer who runs an elite gaming clan like you can manage something as simple as that.
But apparently that was ready in 2018. Okay, so what is this fucking beta?
Also, check out how many damn empty pauses there are in this video. This is all unedited, by the way. I don't cut any of his videos apart. All I do is speed it up. Like, what the fuck, man? Trim that shit. It's not that hard.
The first part of the beta, I bet they're going to have more than one beta, because now it's a live service game. You don't just have the one beta, test the servers, test the shit, and then make improvements, and then release the final game. No, you're going to have a bunch of these. Even after the game is released, they're going to be having more of these fucking flying things to get the game ready to be ready, even though it should be ready at launch.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. I know higher cognition isn't exactly your strong suit, but let me do my darndest to explain. These flights are mass testing. The devs are making these tests available to the public so that they can collect as much data as physically possible. To make sorting that data efficient, they decide to make multiple tests, each focusing on a different aspect they want to fix because otherwise data gets muddled and it'll be harder to interpret. Meanwhile, those other beta tests that happen like what? A few days, a few weeks before the game's release? Like the ones for Outriders, Anthem, or Fallout 76. They aren't tests like the ones for Infinite. Those are demo reels to get people interested in buying the game, with a little side effect of identifying potential problems, many of which don't even get addressed before launched, mind you. Is that simple enough? Or do I have to use caveman speak to get it through?
Well, it ain't gonna be, because it's a live service piece of shit free-to-play game. Why the hell would you release a beta that is literally player versus AI, and that's it? What genius at 343 figured this was a good idea?
Alright, fuck it. Cave speak it is. 343 Tribe add a robot player for first time. 343 Tribe not sure if robot player too strong for Grug player. 343 Tribe make test to see if robot player too strong for Grug player. Does Grugtard understand?
How can this build hype for it?
Because it's not meant to hype up the public. It's meant for the devs to study the results and make changes and fixes based on it, you fucking moron.
The game. Are you going to try and argue this one somehow? Like, this is a good idea? How? I literally told you that bots were a terrible thing for the game, and they proved me right before they even released the game. They proved me right with the beta. Already.
How, motherfucker? How? You've literally explained nothing. I've held back from touching on it until now. But holy shit, has he explained nothing. All the motherfucker has done has cried, "Oh, this is bad!" But then doesn't even explain why it's bad. Like, bitch, at least put some effort into it. Explain how this shit proves you right.
They haven't even done anything with the bots yet. They're not even in the game, fucking the game up yet. They literally took away player versus player in the beta to test their shitty bots that no one cares about.
They're not testing PvP on this flight, you stupid Wait, is he actually Australian or Scottish? The accent is throwing me off a bit, actually. I'm gonna go with Australian. You Australian sack of shit. It's not a public marketing beta, it's a closed test. How are you this retarded?
Amazing. That is 343 in a nutshell. So what arguments are you going to throw at me now? What bullshit are you going to cook up to try to defend this game now? What's happening next?
I don't know. What idiocy are you going to whip out from your ass? What nonsense are you going to peddle next? And all of this just to stroke your 343 hate boner.
3 maps is fine. Having the training mode that, you know, the games like to put in there now, for some reason. We didn't need training modes before, but apparently training modes are really important in these games now. Like, no one played the Gears one. They played it, like, once to get the achievement, if they played it at all. But we have to put all this time and effort into training modes and firing ranges and all that bullshit. That's going to be available, okay?
Because before this, the campaign acted as the tutorial. But now that campaign is separate from multiplayer, they need a different way to quickly get players up to speed. Did you consider that? You upside-down living spider-eating kangaroo cocksucking waste of space. I mean, why is it even that bad that it exists? What sort of cardinal sin is being committed by the mere existence of this training mode that you take so much offense from it?
Shouldn't the focus have been to have available in the beta, player versus player, to actually stress test a survey of players versus players?
And they will get to it on a separate test. They need to test the bots first, because it takes a lot of tuning to get bots into a balanced place. Besides, you do realize that you can stress test servers using PvE as well, right? Players still need to connect to the servers, and it's not like players on different teams connect using different netcode systems or whatnot.
Who cares about the bots? Remember when all the people were telling me that bots were not going to be in multiplayer, that bots were only going to be in training, that bots were not going to affect the game, that bots are a good thing, and all this bullshit? The bots are killing the game already. It hasn't even come out. This is the future of Halo. Garbage bots.
And you have yet to explain even a lick of why or how the bots are bad and how they're killing the game. Seriously, use your words, form some sentences, deliver to us some coherent thoughts. Jeez, no wonder the British were so eager to dump your ancestors in that godforsaken island.
Well done. 343 kills Halo better than anybody else can. They're incredibly slow. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, seriously. But you know what? They have managed to get into the beta. Yeah, the Battle Pass system, they need to test that. That's important. Doesn't matter about the PvP. But the Battle Pass system, they make sure to have that in there in the first beta. That's so important to test out. And all the skins and shit, so important to test out.
Well, yeah, it is important. It's how they're going to be getting money and how they're going to fund continued support for the game for years with new content, improvements, and other such stuff. They're going to need to test it at one point or another, so why not just test it now and get it over with? And son of a bitch, this guy's still seething about PvP not being tested first. It will get tested on a later date, they're just prioritizing other things first for the first testing. Because chances are 343 already knows how to code a proper multiplayer mode into existence. Meanwhile, this is the first time they're dipping their toes into multiplayer bots, so of fucking course they're going to be testing that first. Like holy shit, be patient you motherfucker. I thought Zoomers like me were impatient sack of shits, but hot damn, this guy can't even keep his ass in his seat.
Not the fucking game. Not the gameplay. Not the player versus player. Not the balance. Not the gameplay of player versus player. That's not worth fucking checking out. I can wait. But we've got to have, at launch, is bot mode and an ability to spend real money in the game.
PvP will also be there at launch, you autist. You're just not testing it now.
Fantastic. You killed Halo 343. Superb work.
Yep, that's right. 343 killed Halo. The franchise is dead. There's no more reason for you to check in on it, man. Feel free to leave and never come back. Is he gone yet? Great, now we don't have to deal with his unhinged nonsense anymore. If any of you are at all interested in the technical tests for Halo Infinite, be sure to register in the Halo Waypoint website and fill out all of the necessary details. Some of the devs said on Twitter that a lot of people have signed up for testing but haven't actually filled out all the details needed, so do remember to keep an eye on that. On a completely unrelated subject, Project Wingman. The game you're seeing in the background right now will be on Game Pass PC starting from the 29th of July for a limited amount of time. I don't know how long it's going to be there, so depending on when you're watching this video, it may or may not be on Game Pass. Unfortunately, it's not on console yet. But here's hoping that they get enough support from Game Pass so that they can fund a console port. It's honestly such a great game. I really want more people to enjoy it. And now we're finally at the end of the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel like it. This has been Cheems of Regret, wishing good luck and Godspeed to all of you. Signing out.